Hello beautiful people and welcome. Can't get out my purse. His doctor recommended that we sign him up for speech class because hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. And if you are not new here, thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. I have not did a baby update with King in a little while now, so that's what this video is going to be about. I am a first-time mom for anybody that is new here. So King went to the doctor, I think it's been about a month ago now. I have not been able to come. The only thing I'm able to report now is based off of what his daddy said. So, oh, speaking of daddy. Okay, so that was his daddy that just called. He getting sleepy, so I'm gonna try to hurry up and wrap this up. Or I'm just gonna wait. Let me just wait, honey, because this.
The next day.
Y'all, this entire video, excuse my hair wrap, clearly it's the next day. This entire video has been a struggle. My tripod is literally falling apart. King, when last time he went to the doctor, he got a pretty good doctor's, well, no, not to me, he didn't. They ended up saying that his doctor recommended that we sign him up for a speech class because King, you know, he talks, but it's like, I think I noticed certain words he has a hard time pronouncing, and I thought it was just because of him just not knowing how to talk, but like, it's like he can't pronounce certain words. So I did go ahead and get him signed up. It really discouraged me because it made me feel like that meant that he was like behind and stuff, but overall, you know, people just had to reassure me. My boyfriend, his dad, had to reassure me that, you know, this is going to benefit him in the end. It's nothing wrong. They just doing something to improve his speech. So sign him up for speech class. They just put him on a waiting list. I don't even know when he's going to be able to start. And then she wanted him to start taking vitamins. I think like his iron was low. So she recommended we put him on some vitamins. So I give him Flintstone vitamins. And what else? She said his weight is pretty good. I don't remember how much he weighed. I think like 30 pounds maybe. But he's good as far as weight and height and stuff like that. King, I struggle as far as behavior-wise. King does things like intentionally now. So earlier I had a bottle of water. He intentionally poured it out. He did it with his juice box one day too. It just be like, why? And he'll look dead at me, you know. So we're trying to do, I've seen people call it, what is it, soft parenting. I knew before I even had, like when I was pregnant with King, I was not gonna whoop him. I didn't like it, you know. I think there's other ways to punish your child besides inflicting pain on them, you know what I mean? So we decided on that because I personally don't want King to be intimidated by me, you know. That happened with my father. He was always, everybody called him when it was time for me to be disciplined, and that made me intimidated by him. So I want to talk to King about things if he does something wrong. Okay, so King started to be very loud, so you couldn't even hear what I was saying. But anyway, what I was trying to say was I don't want King to be fearful or intimidated by me. I want him to be able to come to me about anything. So I feel like, you know, choosing not to whoop him is going to help. So I think, you know, just allowing him to come to me whenever he, you know, needs to talk to me about anything, or if he feel like he finna make a bad decision, that will help and lessen the chance of that. This is just my parenting style. Everybody raises their kids differently, of course. So this is just my opinion and how I'm choosing to raise King. Y'all, I am currently editing, so excuse my appearance. It's still early in the morning, but I just realized that I forgot to mention that I don't get any privacy anymore. I do have a few clips of King acting out because he's trying to get in the bathroom with me. So yeah, It don't matter if I'm doing a number 1 or number 2. King don't care. He want to get in that bathroom with me. So that's always a struggle. Sometimes I even have to lock him out. So we're gonna play them clips. I have to poop. Mama has to boo-boo. Can I boo-boo by myself, please? You don't care? King, please. I need to be alone. I have to poop. Very unrelated. I just thought I would record this. You know, anybody that's ready to become a parent, I just have to show y'all what my toddler has done. This is the aftermath, actually, you know. So I just want to show y'all. Okay, so he got yogurt on the floor. So he has had this thing with yogurt where, you know, he'll ask for yogurt. You know, he'll be eating it, and then when he gets done, he will just start rubbing it on the floor and rubbing it in his hair like it is hair oil. And then proceeded to pee in the kitchen. When I put him in the bathtub to get him clean, you know, from all the yogurt that he got on himself as well as the floor, he has this little bucket that I started putting in the tub, you know, because he likes to play with it, you know. Proceeded to pour water out of the tub. And this all happened while I was trying to, you know, cook and make a meal. So, you know, it's on me a little bit for not monitoring close enough, but this just, I feel like, part of the terrible 2's. He's been in terrible 2's since before he even turned 2. So he just turned 2. So, and I've heard that it only gets worse. It doesn't, you know, it's gonna be like this for a few more years apparently. So overall, I think King is doing pretty well. He's very good socially. You know, he really don't have no friends. You know, I don't talk to none of the parents at daycare, so you know, he don't have no friends at daycare. I mean, I'm pretty sure he plays with the kids at daycare, but like, I don't reach out to parents and be like, hey, can we have a play date? You know, I don't do that. I haven't felt inclined to do that. You know, we just be in and out, dropping him off, picking him up, honey. But he still does good socially. Like, I know a lot of people be like, you know, when kids are the only child, they usually don't do too well, but King does pretty good, I feel like. So, socially, that's not an issue. I will say he is not one of those kids that are like, you know, you got some kids that'll go to anybody and stuff like that, but King is not one of them. He's very observant. It's like, if he don't know you, he will just stare. I feel like people kind of get offended by that, but I mean, King's a child. If he doesn't, I wouldn't be offended by it. He just got to warm up to you. So I thank y'all for tuning in. For my new moms, we got this. We got this, okay? Shh. Bubbles and DuckTales. There's some days when I'm like one and done with King, and then some days, you know. Some days, you know, I do be wanting another child, but just not right now. King is enough right now. This has nothing to do with the video. You know, when I drop King off at daycare, I don't be dressed up all the time. You know, I feel like I still look presentable. I look fine, you know, I'll wear like a head wrap or something like that if something not done to my head. So anyway, I think I've mentioned this before, but there's one person in there in particular that I don't like. Like, sometimes King cries when he has to go in there with her. And so, you know, she just be having an attitude for no reason sometimes. And anyway, I said all this to say, one of my YouTubers that I watch was talking about how people treat you differently when you have yourself together. Like, she noticed that, you know, when she goes out in public and she's needing help, people won't acknowledge her if she's not, like, you know, real dressed up or whatever. But then when she, you know, puts herself together, like, you know, I got my little wig on today, I got on a little dress with some sandals, she noticed that, you know, people are more willing to help her and stuff like that. And I just noticed that too. Like the lady that don't really be speaking and stuff like that, like she done spoke to me the last 2 days because I had my wig on, you know. People at the daycare was complimenting me. And I don't even carry myself like I'm always nice and stuff like that, but I just don't be dressed up all the time. I mean, I work from home, so I'm not going to put as much effort into, you know, the way I look. I did tell myself though that I do want to try to like start doing a little bit better with that, but that's for me. That's not for nobody. It's just for myself, you know. That's just something I want to do for myself. So I agree with what that girl said. You know, when you dressed up more, when you look more presentable, it seems like people are more willing to help you. And in my opinion, I don't think it should be that way, because if I'm not being rude or nasty or anything like that to you, it shouldn't matter the way, you know, it shouldn't matter the way I look. I'm not saying just looking a hot mess and stuff like that, but it shouldn't take all of that. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to have, which granted I don't wear makeup anyway, but somebody that don't have on a full face makeup and dressed up and stuff should get the same attention, the same help as somebody that does not. You know what I mean? That's just something that I noticed. I know, like I said, this does not relate to the video, but I just had to point that out.